Hello and welcome, beautiful soul, to this somatic movement exploration. I am so happy that you're here. Today's session is an invitation to explore the balance between the divine feminine and divine masculine energies within us, to get to know them not as opposites, but as complementary forces that live and move together in our body. Because naturally, we need them both in order to live aligned with our desires, our purpose, and in relationship to the world. And in this time and age, both energies require a whole lot of healing, attention, and love. As always, we'll be listening for what is alive today, what feels supported, what may need more space, and what wants to emerge through movement from our body today. To deepen the journey, we'll weave in the qualities of water, earth, fire, and wind as elemental ways of sensing the feminine and the masculine qualities in the body and letting them speak. You are welcome to move through this practice starting from whichever position feels most accessible to you right now, standing, seated, kneeling, or lying down. And please remember, these prompts in this session are always an invitation. Take what serves you, leave what doesn't, and let this be a space of curiosity, sensation, and embodied exploration. As always, you can do this session with my guidance only, or if it helps you to practice with music, you can find a playlist in the description below. Now, if you're ready, let's begin. We are going to start by warming up the body, gently waking up the muscles, as well as the voice, the skin, and really every other part of the body as well. I recommend you do the warm-up standing, but you can do it as well seated or in whatever position feels most available to you right now. Begin by letting your body stretch in any direction it longs for right now. Let the joints soften and open. Circle your wrists, your shoulders, your feet if that feels good. Maybe you want to circle your head, stretch the neck, and if you find tension anywhere, you can rest there for a moment. Then let your spine undulate. Warm up the hips. And you can shake out the hands as well, the arms, the legs. Give the whole body a little shake. Just giving the body a chance to arrive here. And then also connect to your breath to warm that up too. Becoming conscious of the breath for a moment. Actively letting it flow in and out of the body. And if it wants to, let your voice join in too, with a yawn, a sigh, a hum, or any sound that helps the body open and settle. And then, before you settle into a comfortable position, give your body a really good shake. And shake off the day, the week, anything you'd like to leave behind before moving into the session. Good. And when you're ready, begin to slow down the movement and find a position that feels comfortable and supportive right now. Before we dive into your inner awareness, shortly scan the room or the space you're in to let your body somatically experience that it's safe. You might want to rest your eyes for a moment on something that feels resourceful, joyous, calm. And then when you feel like you've scanned the room, you may close down your eyes or just soften your gaze and allow yourself to arrive more fully. As you settle into your body, feel the connection points you have with the surface underneath you. Notice where your body is touching the ground, maybe your sit bones, maybe your feet or your back. Allow your weight to fully drop into the surface underneath you, feeling how it carries you, how it supports your weight. And then shift your focus onto your breath. Notice how the breath is flowing in and out here and today. Observing your breath for a few moments. And see if there are any adjustments you want to make. See if your body wants to move in any way to allow the breath to flow in deeper, to spread through the body more fully. And if any sound wants to come out, let it vibrate through your body, through your chest. You might want to place a hand somewhere on your body that feels supportive right now. And as you feel into the touch on your skin, gently let your awareness shift into the heart space. Observe the heart space. How is it arriving? How is it moving as the breath flows in and out? And see if there's anything you can do to give the heart more space. And when you've done that, now offer this question into your body, allowing it to respond in its own language. Body, where within me is balance asking to be restored? Body, where within me is balance asking to be restored? Allow the response to arise in its own language, whether that may be sensation, imagery, a subtle shift in your posture, or even words, but it doesn't have to be words. And then from here, gently let your body's responses turn into motion. See what your body reacts with. At the beginning of this exploration, I'm going to invite you to feel into the quality of water, into fluidity, receptivity, continuity. Where in your body, from this question and from how you've been arriving in this session, do you sense softness, flow? And where does movement want to be continuous rather than defined? Allow the element of water to guide you through the question. Take it as an impulse. And allow your body to move from this impulse. Imagine how water can be pouring, streaming, circling, rushing, dropping. It might be a wild water, or maybe just a very calm little stream that once originated as a wild big river. Feel into the pace your body actually wants to move in right now. If you're practicing with music, then remember that even though the music might be fast and energetic at this moment, this doesn't mean you are in that kind of river right now. You might just be hearing this strong stream from afar. Let one movement lead seamlessly into the next and into the next. Observe where this comes naturally and where it feels distant or even difficult. And what happens when you allow yourself to be guided rather than directing the flow? Where does your body invite more softness, more listening? And now see if there's still a different quality of water movement that you might want to explore. How can you let the water flow through your veins and then maybe drop deeper into this quality? What would it feel like if water was flowing into you through the skin and dropping out of you through every joint? What kind of movements would your joints be making? Your ankles, your wrists, your head, your hips? How would they tilt and shift to create a stream of water? How does the water inspire your breathing, your sounding? Can you breathe as the water? Where within you can you restore some balance? How actively have you been letting these qualities of water into your day-to-day? How actively have you been allowing them to influence you, to let them guide you? From here, we are gently going to move into the next element, exploring the ground, the stability, maybe the containment of the element of earth. Wherever you are in your exploration at this point, once again feel your connection to the ground beneath you and let your weight drop more fully into it. How could you support the body in restoring balance in the element of earth? Can you allow your movement to come from this rootedness that the connection to the ground gives you? Try and see if you can move from the energy that the ground underneath you gives you as you connect to it. And maybe there's still some of the water qualities flowing through you, and if there are, notice where they are coming from. Having explored the water element, They might be in your fingers or in the tiny little shifts that your body makes as it moves. See if you can imagine how this water now becomes one with the element of earth. How it waters the earth, and how the earth just receives it and holds it in grace. What happens when both qualities, fluidity and direction, are held within a stable base? And which one of your body parts gives you the strongest, earthy, rooted feeling? It might be your hips, maybe your back, your spine. Maybe you can feel your feet with actual physical roots in the ground. Whatever it is for you, feel into that body part now and allow it to give you stability. Allow it to be part of your moving exploration to help you restore balance. Where does your body invite you to rest while it's still in motion? Where can you sense this element of steadiness, of trust, that you can rest into it? And can you connect to this beautiful power your body has to hold space for you, to hold you while it moves through your day, through your life, through all your challenges? Can you show that part of you some love, some compassion? If maybe you haven't been showing it a lot of attention lately. And from this groundedness of the earth, from this place that lets you rest while you're still in motion, we are now slowly going to move into fire. After having explored these two very feminine elements, the fire is going to be an exploration of the masculine spark in us. Where can you feel just a little spark of fire in your body right now? And how does it want to move? Where does it give you direction, clarity, intensity, a push to move even? And some of us might be feeling quite some resistance against the masculine energy in us. Sense if you can feel resistance and where in your body you feel it. And then observe what it does to your feelings, to your movement. Can you sense the heat of the fire? Even if that is through an activation of resistance? Or do you feel the fire as something focused and strong? And just as before, maybe there is still water flowing through you. Maybe you are still carrying the earthiness, the groundedness. See how you can use these to let your movement become more defined now. What is present now? What is asking to be expressed? Perhaps there's some unusual kind of movement or posture that wants to come through. Allow yourself to drop even deeper into the quality of fire now. And see if you can further define your movements. Think about clear beginnings and clear endings. This element really knows the way to direct. And it asks for the room in which it may direct, in which it may be trusted. If you're having trouble moving in this element of fire naturally, then notice the difference between drifting, flowing, and deciding and directing. Notice the difference between allowing and initiating. How does your body respond to the structure of the fire? Where does the fire feel empowering? And whatever comes up for you here, for the next few moments, see if you can fully drop into that, even if just 1% deeper. And perhaps try to exaggerate this. From here, slowly guiding you back into your breath. You might want to connect to the ground once again. Taking a little rest from this high, powerful fire energy. before we take off and feel into the quality of the wind. Invite the element of the wind into your muscles now, into your veins, into your joints, into your breath, your voice. And let the wind move between all these energies that you've been moving through until this point of the session. Feel the wind as the movement in between, a change, a communicator, a messenger. How present is the element of wind in your everyday life? How much can you allow yourself to be guided by its messaging, by it carrying you from energy to energy? Can you use the quality of wind to become more of an observer of your body? Can you feel its power of helping you shift from fluidity into clarity, from softness into action, and back again? And where do these transitions in you feel organic? Where do they feel abrupt and interrupted? How could the energy of wind support you in this session's mission to restore a little bit of balance in your body? What if the wind was the activator? What if it could help you to stop choosing one energy and begin to sense the dialogue between all the energies? And then at this point, I'm going to invite you to start feeling into all the elements once again. See if for the last few minutes of your practice, you want to exaggerate one of them. Maybe there was one in which you felt particularly energetic, or maybe there was a tension that you want to revisit. Whatever is coming through you now, fully lean into that. And if it feels right for you, you might also want to lean fully into one quality and then the other. For these last few moments, amplify your fluidity. Allow it to expand you. And if it feels available to you, explore the edges of how much you can lean into one of these explored qualities. What happens at the extremes? Or where in this exploration have you felt most at home? Where in all these elements have you encountered resistance? Can you allow all of this to move together? Allow it to have you become faster, become slower, be changed by it. Really offer this to your body to play around with the contrast of everything that you've been feeling and sensing in this session so far. Let your body show you what new possibilities emerge when all these energies and their qualities are available to you. And then take a few last very deep breaths and allow your movements to finish. Any sensations that still want to move through and out of you. And then slowly allow your body to come into stillness. Slowing down gradually. And then eventually let all the movement drop into the earth underneath you. Let your body really sink into the earth. Notice your breath. Notice what feels more integrated now. What has shifted, even subtly. Release any effort to understand, make sense, or shape this experience in any way with the mind. Just observe your body as it is after moving through this journey. And I'm going to reflect back to you the question from the beginning of the session. Where in the body is there a need to restore balance? For the last few moments, rest and breathe with this. Once again, there's no need to look for an answer. Then gently guiding your awareness back into your breath, allowing the breath to become deeper once again. Feel into your contact with the ground. And bit by bit, with small movements, gently guide yourself in your very own time back into your space, back into the room. And make sure you give your body any resource it might be asking for right now. You might want to grab a journal and note down a few things. or grab a drink. And then welcome back to the space. Thank you so much for moving with me today. I really hope this practice gave you the space to feel, to listen, and reconnect with the living intelligence of your body. If this session supported you, I'd love for you to like the video, leave a comment to let me know how you're feeling, and what other themes you'd like to explore in the next session. And please subscribe for more somatic movement journeys, embodied practices, and creative explorations. If you'd like to go deeper into this work, you can take a look at my offerings on doulasmoonstudio.com, where you can get access to my monthly live classes, as well as creative, vocal, and embodiment coaching. I'll see you in the next video to keep practicing to explore more of your authenticity and expand your body's intelligence. Until then, take good care of yourself and keep listening to what your body knows.